I'm live. Sorry I'm late, but I had to attend a virtual birthday party, which was very interesting, you guys. It's um ooh, hi. It was interesting. It was cool. It was fun. Hi Queen. Hi, just Nicole. Hi. Um I have to sneeze. Woo. Hi, Sketchnificent. You're drunk. Hi, Ori. Hi, the boy in blue. Hi. Hi, Sincere. Thank you. It was interesting. So, I put in Discord that I was going to be late because one of my family members just had a virtual birthday party over Zoom. Hi. Hi, Yaba. Hi, Mar. I had to download Zoom. That was like my first time using it. What exactly is Zoom? Is it like Skype? Hi, Lexia. Hi, Ebony. Hi, Savannah. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Julian. Um, Never heard of Zoom. It was my first time on there. Hi, Vans. How are you? You Zoom for your class? Yeah, I see a lot of people are like using it for school and work. Hi, Jazzy. Hi, Bushy Brows. Oh, so it's similar to Skype. Yeah. So they were like, oh, everybody download Zoom. Hi, Owen. Zoom is kind of like Skype. A lot of work from home companies like to use Zoom. Yeah, they were like, oh, everybody, since we can't have the birthday party, everybody download Zoom and we'll do like a Zoom birthday party. So we were like all on there. It was like a lot of people on there. And it like rotates and it can like rotate, it like goes to whoever's talking, or there's the option you can like tile it so you can see like everybody. It was cool. We sang happy birthday and we watched them like blow out the candles and it was cool. Like obviously it wasn't the same as being there, but it was cool. It was nice. So I had to do that real quick, which is why I'm late, but I'm here now. Today's movie is The Courage to Love, which actually is on YouTube. Vanessa Williams. It is. Let me see. I already have it queued up. I already have it keyed up. It's an hour, 27 minutes, and 8 seconds. Queen just put a link for you guys. Yeah, and this is actually a movie about the venerable mother Henriette Delisle, who I did, or Delisle, I guess I'll find out in this movie exactly how you pronounce that, who I did one of my Hidden Figures videos on. So you guys told me that they made a movie about her, so we're gonna watch it today. How's everybody doing? I used it once when I was an intern. Used Zoom for school. It's like a group Skype. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was nice. You had a shot. I have some whiskey, but I'm currently not drinking. So I am a little bit late. There are Hi Justin. There are privacy concerns that came out recently with work and Zoom because if your boss is hosting a meeting, they have the option to see you hopping on different tabs during the meeting. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't do it on my computer. I did it on my phone. You bored? Ebony, didn't you say you're out of work? You're not working for a whole month? Hi, Sam. You're tired, Alexia. If this country's smart, businesses will adapt to accommodate work from home practices even after the hysteria calms down. So Zoom, they can see your screen. It's also screen sharing. Savannah said I'm good. Oh, I want to. I'm gonna watch that movie too. I'm gonna watch it too. It's on Netflix, the Madam C.J. Walker movie. A lot of people have been requesting a review, so I'm probably gonna watch it and review it. You're off for at least a month. Oh, you can only screen share if you allow it. The movie is called Courage to Love. If they decide to have the lockdown longer, then I'm out longer. Will you be paid for that entire time, Ebony? Because I know you work for the school system. And some I might get a drink actually. And some places are saying that they might not bring school back for the rest of the year because they feel like it's already end of March. Wow. So even if you don't go back until the next school year, you're going to get paid for 3 months? Wow. That's nice. I've heard really good things too. I wouldn't expect anything less from Octavia. We didn't start yet. Hi, Chris. I spent 5 hours drinking with people on Zoom Friday. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people are using Zoom for like virtual happy hours, which I thought was kind of funny. Are the kids going to have to repeat their grade? That's what I was thinking about too, Savannah. If the kids don't go back to school for 3 months, if they basically call the school year done, are they going to have to repeat the same grade next year? Or like, what are they going to do? Are they going to have to go back to school in the summer? Because like, I remember one year when I was in school and we had like a lot. It's not supposed to be a booze bake, but apparently everybody's drinking. It's supposed to be booze bake next week. But apparently everybody's drinking, so I'm about to go get a motherfucking drink. Because y'all drinking. Y'all are like every live stream from now on while we're on lockdown is a booze bake. Every live stream is a booze bake from now on. And I see you, Michelle's daughter. We didn't start yet, Nicole. Louisiana. Hi, Lionel. Louisiana issued a 5 o'clock curfew today. Are the kids going to have to repeat their grade? Oh, you're just not going to make as much money, so it's going to be a less pay rate. They don't learn shit anyway in this garbage system. Yes, my mom's school is shut down for the rest of the year. Hi, Shady Saint. Hi, Kimberly Frazier. It's official as of 11:59 Monday. We're told that we're on lockdown in Ohio. Hope everyone is safe. What's terrible in the Madam C.J. Walker movie, One Love, One Life? Maybe they'd have to take summer courses. Virtual happy hour sounds pretty responsible. Yeah, like they're all getting together on Zoom and drinking together virtually, you know. And NYC, they're working on extending into the summer break. Owen. Yeah, I was saying that. I remember like one year we had a really bad winter in DC and we missed a ton of school for like school was closed because it was like snowing too much. We missed like basically 2 months of school and they extended the school day. So the school day went from like, we basically had like damn near December, January, and February off because there was no school. When we went back to school in March, they extended the school day. So the school day was like 8 to 4 or something like that. And we had to go to school like damn near into July because we had to like make up the lost time. So I feel like people are saying like, oh, like just shut down the schools, like whatever, it's fine. But it's like the kids are going to have to make up that time later or they're going to get held back. Like, so how are they, especially because you have these states that have like standardized testing and they're canceling the standardized test, but you cannot move forward without those standardized testing. So it's like, are the kids going to be held back or like, what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to do? That's my issue, which I feel like I've continued to say. Like, my issue with all this lockdown stuff is like, people are just like, oh, lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. But then you're like, okay, well, what's going to happen next school year? What's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with that? Everybody's like, I don't know. Well, we can't just worry about it later. Somebody has to think about it now. So we'll see. In NYC, they're working on extending into summer break. In Jersey, kids are being homeschooled for the moment. At least at the school I'm at, they're moving to remote learning. Liquor stores are deemed an essential business. Hi, Tim. They're doing Zoom like the colleges. And I feel like that's good too. But my thing about making everything remote and work from home is that not everybody has internet access at home. Like, not everybody has remote access. So that's another thing. Not everything can be moved online because what about the people that don't have access to the internet at home? They don't have a computer at home or they don't have internet at home. They can't be taught remotely. Like, I was reading about LA, and they like shut down the schools in LA, but like 25% of the students in LA County do not have internet access or computer access at home. So you can't just be like, well, we'll just teach the kids at home. A quarter of your students are poor and don't have internet access. So like, what about them? Are they just going to be like left behind? It's like nobody's thinking about that. Nobody's talking about that. And I feel that way about a lot of things. Like, I was reading something that they used the phrase, what was the phrase? Assumption of affluence, where they just like assume that people have access to all these resources at home. And so they're like rolling out a lot of things under the mindset of like, well, everybody has internet at home, or everybody has access to a car. Because I also saw that they're opening up a lot of like food like grab and go meal stations, but like you need a car to get there, because they're like drive-through stations, or they're doing like drive-through like temperature check, drive-through COVID-19 like treatment, but you need a car to get there. So it's like, what about the people that don't have cars? What about the people that don't have access to a car? What about the people that take public transportation? It's like nobody, like, what about the poor people? It's like nobody's thinking about the poor people. Everybody's just like, yeah, stay home and get on the computer and work remotely and drive to go pick up food and drive to do this and that. It's like a lot of poor people don't have those resources. And you guys are shutting down libraries, and you're shutting down this and you're shutting down that. Like, how are people supposed to access these things? The term, I think, was assumed affluence. It was something like that, like assumption of affluence. I was reading this essay where the person was like, I'm very disturbed that so many of the measures being rolled out make the assumption of affluence. I'm pretty sure I put it in my Instagram stories, so I'll see if I can find exactly what article it was. But I was like, I'm glad somebody said that, because it's totally true. It's like it's like everybody's just making all these like sweeping ideas, but they're not thinking about like a lot of this shit requires access to certain resources that not everybody has. Like, even though it's like a different time now, obviously, but like when I was younger, we didn't have a computer in my house. We didn't have a computer in my house. We didn't have internet in my house. My grandmother just got internet in her house last year. And the only reason why she got internet in her house last year was because I moved in with her to take care of her, and I was like, we need some internet up in this piece. Like, I don't like, but she did not have it, you know? And she's elderly, she's considered high risk. And she also doesn't drive because she's too old. So it's like, she's a prime example of somebody that does not have the access to the resources that they're like, do this, do that, you know? So it's just something that a lot of people are not thinking about. Let me see. Most of the schools in Bakersfield are done for the rest of the year, but they have to turn in their work by June, or they have to repeat the grade. For school, it's on a case-by-case basis. Since kids can't test anymore, it has to be based off grades, parents, etc. Hi, Seven. I actually asked this because my brother's spring break got extended to April 3rd for now. I know the school near me has it where 70% of students don't do the virtual classes. They're adding the weeks back to June. There's going to be a lot of 14-year-old fifth graders. Thank you, Mar. Standardized testing is canceled in New Jersey. That's how it is in NYC because tests got suspended. My school is closed till May 4th. Yeah, I'm staying safe. I'm good. We had happy hour, played trivia over Zoom. It got real messy. I'm with a booze big every Sunday during lockdown. I'm actually going to start watching the Madam C.J. Walker special tonight. Can't wait. Standardized testing in Florida is canceled too. See, and to me, that's wild because, like, I used to live in Miami and I was a teacher there, and, like, standardized testing is, like, a big deal. So I'm very curious as to, like, what is going to happen next year since they have canceled standardized testing in Florida. What's going to happen? And there's also a lot of low-income students in Florida as well that do not have access to a computer. Like, I know this from personal experience. What's going to happen? I'm still working at my job, but they're changing my hours. Hi, Warren. There's an org that's offering free laptops here in Houston for families with children to help aid during this time to keep the kids studying. Yes, students still have to pass their Regent exams. Yeah, that's New York Regents. I don't think extending the school day is a good idea because teachers will get worn out and kids' attention span only lasts for so long. Yeah, I remember when that happened to me and I was in DCPS and they extended the school day. That shit was like hell. It seemed like you were in school all day and they extended the school year. I feel for the kids who depended on school for resources like food, etc. Hi, Bailey. The pickup after all this will be insane. It's going to take a while for society to bounce back. I am not teaching these kids after May. I can't. Hi, Yala. Ain't no agenda in place. It's crazy because standardized testing is legit a graduation requirement and they're just canceling it and then still expecting the kids to still reach the requirements. Yes, that's how I feel. Or like, what about the seniors that were supposed to be rising seniors graduating this year? But now like school is canceled and standardized tests are canceled. SATs are canceled. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna, like, for real? What are they gonna do? Are they now gonna be delayed? Are they gonna be delayed going to college? Are they gonna have to repeat 12th grade again next year? What are they gonna do? And nobody has an answer. Everybody's like, just stay inside. It's like, okay, but what are they going to do? What are they gonna do? I know if I was a motherfucking rising senior of 2020 and they cancel school 2 months before the SATs and they cancel SATs and they cancel standardized testing and they only offer the SATs at certain times throughout the year. It's not like they can take them again in the fall. It's not like they're going to be able to make it up. And then they tell me I have to totally repeat the 12th grade again. Oh, I would be flipping motherfucking shit over. Like, like you got me fucked up. No thanks. Like, Like, I would have been like, we're all the way mostly through the school year. Like, what are we supposed to do? And I haven't seen nothing about we're going to be offering SATs remotely. Nothing. I haven't seen nothing about that. Like, nobody's even thinking about it. It would suck as a high schooler to do all that work and still have to repeat everything. Graduating senior, seriously, what are they going to do? For real, no one has any concrete plans. There's no graduation this year. It's just messy. I forgot about the SATs. Everything is canceled. Yeah, it's like, it's a lot. Hi, Gary. They're probably going to adjust it. Oh, you want to talk about the DC sniper? If we're gonna talk about the DC sniper situation, I have to get a drink. What about the seniors about to graduate and they applied for financial aid? Will they have to reapply? Yeah, it's like all these things on like graduation and like going to college and like moving to the next grade. Like all these things are like set on time deadlines. So they're doing the AP test online, Nate. It's like all these things are on time deadlines. Right, SATs, ACTs, and you have to pay for that. So you can't just indefinitely put it off because all this shit has to be done, especially like applying for school and tests and stuff like that. All this stuff generally has to be done like up to a year in advance. So I'm just very curious. It just seems like so many things are happening so fast and without really any consideration for what the long-term ramifications are going to be. And that's where I have the issue. It's like there's no plan. We have a frightening orange for a president, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but it's just like, what's going to happen long term? I'm going to get a drink. Hold on, BRB. Because y'all want to talk about DC Sniper, so I got to get a drink. I'll be right back. Stop making me feel like a child in my own house. I'm back. Woo! I'm back. All right. I also got my my computer charger. Let me plug it in. Okay. Okay, so DC Sniper. Y'all wanted to talk about DC Sniper? What did y'all want to talk about? Who had a question? What was the question? Jack. This is Jack. Jack with a nice ice cube. Raisins! You got the delicious dehydrated grapes. Nicole. Wait, let me look at the chat before DC Sniper. Let me look at the chat a little bit before we do DC Sniper. Not enough people are considering the long term. Everybody's like, not sure. Let's follow up on that later. The kids are going to have to do it during summer break. I remember my high school was going through remodeling. They had to extend the school year to June. Hi, Kai. This sucks for high school seniors. I think they will use their last grade to determine if they go on to the next grade. It's just my opinion. Very true about internet access, even without the deals. What about the kids staying in hotels and motels? I hope they choose to adjust the curriculum in my city because the school system couldn't handle making people repeat or extending the school day. They're really strict in NYC. The standardized tests run a lot. Canceling them is nuts. We're working to give all students internet access. I had to call, see who doesn't have any internet tech access. That's good, Ebony. My alma mater moved everything online, but our students don't have the resources to create at home. How do you turn in painting, sewing assignments, pottery, theater, etc. online? Bailey, I saw that this art school in the Bay Area, Northern California, the students are trying to get their money back for their tuition for this year because it's an art school and the art students that study, like, they have to be in the studio, like the ceramic students, the pottery students, the students that do like fabric arts and things of that nature. They're like, yeah, the digital artists can like move to doing things remotely, but what about those of us that like work with medium, in real life? We can't do it remotely, and we should get our money back because you're moving all classes online and we can't do our work online, and we already paid for the whole year. We already paid for our studio time for the whole year. We already paid for our materials for the whole year, and now you're basically canceling the school year, so we should get our money back. In this fucking article that I was reading, they reached out to like the dean, and the dean was like, we understand that it's a hard time for everyone, but if we give the students all their money back, the school will go bankrupt and we'll all be out of jobs, so we can't do that right now. Everybody's suffering. I was like, bro, like, so you mean to tell me your school doesn't have an endowment? Like, so you're trying to tell me that your school strictly runs off tuition? You don't have any type of endowment? You don't take any type of donations? You don't get any type of funding? You can't give these people their money back? They're going to have to most likely repeat the same year again next year and pay you again? No, I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. I've been doing virtual stuff and my home life is really too chaotic to even focus properly. Oh, you didn't like it, Kimberly? I'm worried because my computer is old and cheap. If it crashes, I'm fucked. The school should provide laptops to those students who don't have internet access. These plans don't involve those below the median or people that are in shelters, unstable housing. The public library system is shut down until June as well. This is all on the same level as just have your neighbor babysit. Nobody's thinking about the poor. Spectrum is giving students free internet, but still not everyone has a computer or a tablet. It's classist and shows how people are so enclosed in their own bubble. Assumption of affluence, bushy brows. Assumption of affluence. Acting like everybody in America has all the resources. High breakthrough moment. Classism and social stratification. It's class warfare. It's class warfare, period. Full stop. They should have gave these kids free computers and free Wi-Fi. At least MTA buses are free, but it should all be free. People who don't have cars also can't afford Lyft or Uber. Not everybody's parents can help with homework. Curriculum has changed. People aren't working. Here in my state, Louisiana, they're huge on the LEAP standardized testing as well. If you don't pass that, you fail. Right, so I'm just very curious because they're like postponing the standardized test, so how is that going to work? Libraries should have stayed open. If someone has 5 to 6 other people living in their house, they might not even have the environment to be able to work and learn. That's why I left Nashville during all this. I couldn't continue to pay rent, and I don't have a car right now. My apartment has no policy in place for this. Yeah. I literally had to figure Ethernet out to start working from home tomorrow. Never had to hardwire a connection before. Had to buy a separate adapter to avoid running a 50-foot cable across the crib. Damn. America tries to whitewash our life like we all live the same. We don't all live in $300,000 homes with access to tangibles. Yes, it's very interesting to me the amount of people that are like, just stay home and read and watch Netflix. It's like, bitch, motherfuckers are poor. Like, what? Me neither. Never had a computer or internet. Half the time we didn't have a running car. Cleaning stations twice a day as soon as people stopped using them as much. Smart. Hi, Vanity. Oh, you're supposed to be graduating this semester. Popcorn. What's gonna happen? Have you heard anything from your school? I had to quit online school because of how chaotic my family was. It's not a piece of cake to do online school, especially if your environment is trash. Oh, they took away your standardized testing in Bakersfield, Alexia? That's good. So many low-income kids don't have a computer at home. Hi, Daniel. The schools here in Northern Virginia are still serving breakfast and lunch. That's good. Acrylic. I see you, Acrylic Rose. This election is going to be hilarious. They aren't even going to let people outside to vote. Hi, Gary. Okay, so I've caught up to DC sniper situation. Julian, Seren, can you please explain that DC sniper situation? Because it's so crazy to me. DC sniper ended up being 2 dudes. I think one of them was black and one of them was Middle Eastern, that were shooting and killing people from inside of the trunk of a car and the back of a van. They had like cut holes in it, and they were like aiming out and shooting people. And they were shooting people totally at random. They were shooting people at gas stations. Like, they was just shooting people, just like shooting people. So the city, they didn't close school, but the city was put on lockdown. So, and a lot of kids stopped coming to school because their parents didn't want them to come to school. They didn't feel like it was safe because they were just killing people randomly. So basically, you had to go to school and come home. That was it. It was no extracurricular activities because it was no sports. It was no outside time, no recess, no lunch outside, no track, no football, no nothing. They boarded up all the windows. Like, I wasn't allowed to take public transportation anymore. My mother didn't allow me. My grandmother drove me straight to school, and as soon as school was over, she was waiting to pick me up. She picked me up, and I had to go straight home. So, and then when you weren't in school, you were on lockdown in your house. You like weren't allowed to be outside until they caught them, basically. So it went on for like 3 months. NYC Mayor de Blasio is thinking of releasing low-risk prisoners. Release them! Especially non-violent offenders, and especially marijuana offenders need to be released anyway. They need to be retroactively released and have their whole records expunged, because marijuana is not even like illegal everywhere anymore. So that's number one. And people that are in jail for non-violent crimes, let them out. Like, I was reading some shit the other day that was like jails and prisons are like a public health, menace. And I was like, yeah, I watched that season of The Walking Dead. Like, shit spreads quickly and effectively in jails and prisons because you have a dense population that's locked in that can't move around and can't get out. And if shit really hits the fan, they're going to abandon them in there. Like, let them out. Junior and senior year of high school are already so intense. These kids must be flipping out. Some standardized testing centers are still open. What about the seniors about to graduate and have applied for financial aid? Will they have to reapply? They're doing AP tests online. College applications are still on deadlines. Yeah, DC Sniper. Maybe graduating seniors this year should be automatically enrolled in community college. get a free year of college because of Rona, make sure they're prepared for 4 years. That's an interesting idea, interesting concept. The nation got caught up in this panic and now they're destroying more lives. Summer vacation is a leftover relic anyway. It shouldn't be that difficult in the grand scheme to shift those 10 weeks to a different section of the year. Yeah, you still had to go to school. You still had to go to school. I'm hoping this will be over by June. Staying indoors can really affect your mental health. Aren't they releasing nonviolent inmates? Oh, it's been screwing with your mental health, Fairy Peacock? Oh, try and do some deep belly breaths. I'm just going to pop in some raisins instead of a drink. Hi, Unorthodox! Yeah, we still had to go to school. What was it like being a kid during that? It was scary. I remember my mom was really scared. My mom thought about pulling me out of school, but she decided she didn't want me to get left behind or left back. So I was taking the bus to schools, but she said I couldn't take the bus to school anymore. So my grandmother had to drive me. It was weird that you weren't allowed to go outside and they boarded up all the windows and stuff. I mean, like, it was weird. It was weird. I don't know if I'll say that it was scary, because, like, I don't know. When you're a kid, you don't really understand, like, the ramifications of what's going on. But I remember being like, wow, everything is, like, boarded the fuck up. And, like, we really can't go outside. Like, if you even tried to go outside, you would get in so much trouble. Like, if you tried to sneak out, like, out a side door, just, like, go outside or something, you would get in so much trouble. Like, there was no outside. You were not allowed to go outside. DC Sniper was, they thought it was one person, turned out it was two, shooting people, killing them. No, the DC Sniper did not kill cops. They killed regular people. DC Sniper was an older gentleman and a young boy he brainwashed to go on a killing spree. People aren't thinking about the long term at all of a lockdown, but at least all the bullshit is being exposed. It sucks because I'm supposed to be graduating college and I'm worried. Art supplies are extremely expensive. They should give them their money back. Absolutely they should. Most art schools never help with materials in the first place. Also, students who do research, work in labs, etc. Yes, exactly. He really said, the dean of the school really said, bankrupt, sis, you make $400K a year. Bankrupt where? That's a lie. High by any means necessary. For-profit head asses, scammers. I did not try it, but I'm going to. Ori. I was a theater major. I'm 10 minutes behind the chat. I was a theater major. I was heartbroken to hear that the theater students wouldn't be able to finish the year and can't do shows. Bye, Mar. Yeah, I had to start late. A lot of practices are going to be overhauled when this is all said and done. I try and sue the school I paid up front for a service that you are not providing. And he just kept saying, like, it's hard times for everyone right now. It's hard times for everyone right now. If I hear one more rich motherfucker say that, it's hard for everyone right now. We're all in this together. Shut the fuck up. Your rich ass is locked in the house, not worried about nothing. Like, meanwhile, people are really concerned about not being able to pay their bills and getting put out on the street. Shut the fuck up. We're not in it together. It's class warfare, bitch. As it always is. Assumption of affluence, great term, I love it. Took a pandemic for people to see what's going on. Hi, Paige. Hi, Paigey. Here in NYC, they're giving out laptops. Libraries are extremely necessary. Having them shut down for months on end is catastrophic for the most vulnerable people in our society. Yes, having libraries shut down, but having liquor stores open, talking about, and I mean, and I too believe that the liquor store is essential, but having libraries shut down and having liquor stores open makes no sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Out here in Texas, high school seniors have to do a mandatory 40 hours of community service to graduate. How are they going to do that when they're shutting down everything? being on lockdown is incredibly dangerous if you have mania. Yeah, or other mental health issues. You're right. Very Peacock. A lot of homeless people use the library as a shelter during the day. Hi, Jaren. They took the standardized test away in Bakersfield because they felt like it wasn't a good benefit to education. Yeah. All standardized tests should be abolished. I guess everyone is going to do Uber Eats and Postmates delivery people. Those were scary times. I remember they told us it was a white van to look out for. I lived in PG County when that was going on. Yep, they said look for a white van. But then it turned out that it wasn't just the van. They also had a car too, because they were also shooting people from out the trunk of the car. They had like 2 vehicles. But I remember they said look for the white van. I remember they killed that person at the gas station. And after they killed that lady at the gas station, my mom got really scared. Because like you have to pump gas. Like you have to get out of your car to pump your gas. There's like no way around it. And they were just sniping people, and it was totally random. It was like no rhyme or reason to it. It was just random people, like anybody. They were just shooting people. So they were like, well, we have to put everything on lockdown. Like no being outside, go to school, go to work. If you're an adult and you're working, come home. That's it. Board up all the windows with no open windows, no nothing. No going outside, period. School, come home. Work, come home. For months. I'm gonna start this movie in a minute. Courage to Love, Vanessa Williams. It is on YouTube for anybody that wants to watch along. If you scroll up, the link was posted in the chat. Maybe it'll get posted again. I'm gonna start in a minute. I remember the DC sniper situation. All of DC, VA, and MD was shook. Expunge the records. I remember that clearly, and it wasn't long after 9/11, so that tension was ratcheted up. Crazy you lived through that. I remember 9/11 too. I remember 9/11 also. Because people forget this, but a plane also hit the Pentagon as well. So they had DC on lockdown as well, in addition to New York. I remember I was in elementary school, middle school? I was in elementary school or middle school. But I remember I was in school. This was when 9/11 happened. I remember I was in school. I'm in school. And all of a sudden, all these people, such and such, your mom's here to pick you up. Such and such, your mom's here to pick you up. Such and such, your mom's here to pick you up. Mom's here to pick you up. Your parents here to pick you up. Everybody's like, why is everybody getting fucking picked up? And then the teacher turned on the TV. Oh, planes hit the World Trade Center. Planes hit the Twin Towers. And then we're watching. Planes hit the Pentagon. What? And the phones, I remember like the phones wasn't working. I remember I tried calling my mom, but like the phones weren't working. Because I guess it was like so many people trying to like use the phones and like call people. Phones wasn't working. I stayed at school. My mom worked downtown, and they locked all the buildings down because they weren't sure after the plane hit the Pentagon. They weren't sure if they were going to be aiming for some other buildings in downtown DC. So they had locked all of downtown DC down, so my mom couldn't get out. She couldn't even get out of the building to come get me. So I stayed at school, and then my grandmother picked me up after school was over because they also had shut down the buses and the trains because they just didn't know what was going to happen. And the Pentagon also has a train station. So they were scared of like, they just didn't know. So they had like shut everything down. So my mom couldn't pick me up. So I just stayed at school till the end of the day. And then when I came outside, this is before I had a cell phone. So yeah, this was like elementary school or maybe early middle school. Because I remember I didn't have a phone. And I tried calling my mom's job and I couldn't reach my mom's job because like the lines weren't working. And I just like went outside after school was over and my grandma was sitting there in the car and picked me up. And the whole city was like shut down. My mom didn't get home until like nighttime because they like wouldn't let anybody leave or go anywhere. I was at home on 9/11. BET was playing a throwback interview. Aaliyah happened a few weeks after she passed. And then every news station was talking about the Twin Towers. No, there wasn't school for a while. No, there wasn't school for a while after that. Uh, mm, I'm sure DC was at the same level of fear as New York. Planes crashed into the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and a field in Pennsylvania. And I think it crashed into the field in Pennsylvania because the people that were on the plane, like, fought, right? So it didn't make it to the intended target. I was in kindergarten, but I was home by noon. My mom told me as soon as I went to school, she turned on the news and the plane hit the second building. They turned on the TV at my high school and then they closed school at noon. I don't remember if we had school the next day. I was in elementary school. I woke up watching it on TV, thought it was a movie, went back to sleep on the couch, and my mom woke me up telling me I didn't have to go to school. I was 4 when 9/11 happened. I was in New York. My mom was freaking out. I remember waking up to chaos but didn't really understand what was happening. It was the second day of high school for me. I was in 3rd grade. It wasn't until the next day that I understood the gravity of the attack. At first, I saw the World Trade Center on TV and smoke. Just thought it was a huge fire at first. We had to go to school the next day after 9/11 out here in Texas. I don't think we had to go back to school for like a couple weeks. I was in Maryland, so maybe there wasn't school in DC. They attacked the pilot, otherwise would have hit another major landmark. Yeah, I was gonna say the one that crashed in Pennsylvania, the people like fought back. The passengers. Hi, Snoop Froggy Frog. Haven't seen you in a while. Those people who fought on the plane are heroes. Yeah. Y'all know what's wild? I'm muted on a church service conference call right now while I'm doing this. Yeah, it was supposed to hit the White House or monument, apparently. Yeah. It was supposed to hit, like, they were, like, aiming for, like, major shit in D.C. And I think maybe that's also why, I don't know. Like, people have asked me how I feel about lockdown. And my first thought is, like, I've been in lockdown before. And being born and raised in Washington, D.C., I don't want to say that you grow up believing that there will be a lockdown situation, but you grow up learning about it's a code red alert, it's a code orange. And then especially after 9/11, like the terrorism, like the whole war on terror, and like they make it a thing. Yeah, they make it a thing like that you live in DC, you're a target, sort of. That's what Fairy Peacock just said, you're a target. Maybe that sounds, it sounds bad. It sounds bad to say, but like they put all these measures in place, and when you're born and raised in DC and when you're going to like, because I went to DCPS, like you're going to schools in DC and you know that like the White House is a target, and you know that like the Pentagon is a target, you know that the Navy Yard is a target, you know that all these monuments and like all these buildings, these historical buildings and sites and places where they, you know, the House and the Senate buildings, you're kind of like raised with the belief, and again, especially after 9/11, you're raised with the belief that like your whole city is a target for terrorism acts at any moment. In DC, I can't really speak for anywhere else, but in DC, so you're raised like at any moment we could go on lockdown, so like be ready. So for me, the whole concept of a lockdown is maybe not that scary, which is why maybe I'm able to think about like, well, but what about the poor, and like what about this and what about that? Because like for me, the concept of a lockdown is not a new concept. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in lockdown scenarios before, like 9/11 and DC Sniper. So I feel like that sounds like horribly depressing, but like even when you're in high school to graduate, you have to take DC history. And one of the things that you learn is that, so I don't know how many of you guys have ever been to DC, but part of how DC is like set up is like there's all these like circles. There's like tons of circles everywhere. And you learn in DC history that that's part of the design of the city, is to like make it deliberately confusing in case of invasion or an attack of some kind. That's like an actual design quirk of the city, is to have circles everywhere, especially in like the downtown area. Like that's like strategically done in case of an attack. And so, you know, you're going to school and you're learning like you live in a high risk city where anything could happen because it's the center of militarization, it's the center of politics. So growing up in my city, that's just something you always, not that you're afraid, but it's something that you're always aware of, I would say. Yes, it's so easy to get lost there if you aren't paying attention in DC. I miss living there. I've been to DC. I was confused by the streets, but I love it there. I mean, it is set on a grid, so you can pay attention to the grid aspect of it, but you will hit 5 circles in a row, and then you'll be like, "Wait, where am I? I'm lost." And that's on purpose. That's deliberate. It's so interesting how history classes vary from state to state. To graduate in DC, you have to take DC history, American history, and you have to take American government to graduate. If you don't pass those classes, you can't graduate. You cannot graduate. Let me read a few more comments before I start. Hi, Marcus. We did not start yet. We're chatting. We're chit-chatting. But I'm going to start soon. I remember seeing people walking in zigzags and ducking to go into stores from the parking lot. Yeah, they did tell you to zigzag and to duck. That is true. DC Sniper. Wearing gloves and masks but not washing their hands or cleaning their houses. Also, with the whole mask wearing situation, you need a certain grade of mask. The movie is Courage to Love, which is on YouTube. We have not started yet. We're going to start in a minute. Let's see. I can't help but feel like all this could have been avoided if people were washing their hands, listening, keeping calm, and being clean. Hi, Marcus. People are getting exposed. Turns out people don't wash their hands regularly. Like, ew, what? Celebrities are having a field day right now. They're really exposing themselves. This made me see how disgusting and unclean some people actually are. People saying we're all in this together while on your private island that you bought. This is Whiskey Q's Random Rants. My school took forever rebuilding the theater department buildings, but the football teams always get new uniforms. School paid for a minibus to drive them around. My cousin works at a liquor store, and everybody coming in just lost their job. Hi, Remy. Oh, you said, oh no. Oh, that sucks, Remy. Damn. I work at an adult store. Somehow we're still open, considered an essential business. In the UK, all they said was for people to keep distance and close public areas. So, of course, everyone went to local superstores and sneezed all over each other. Exactly, Tyrell. Hi, Move Black Always. The library was invaluable during those first 3 months of 2019. I was unemployed. After I graduated from college, I had a computer, but I did not have internet at home. I used to go to the library literally every single day to use their internet to look for a job for months and months. Hi, Nia. Hi, BJ Rober. Hi, Richie. I would say that the 3 major events that I really remember: 9/11, DC Sniper, Hurricane Katrina. That made me feel like lockdown and government ain't shit. And COVID-19 is just furthering that belief for me. I'm going to push play and continue reading the comments. I'm starting it. Courage to Love. I'm watching on YouTube. And I will never forget Hurricane Katrina. And I personally feel like nothing will top Hurricane Katrina. Vanessa Williams. Oh yeah, this is talking about that placage shit. Um, big net to net. I was in sixth grade when 9/11 happened. I saw teachers rush into the hallway and came back into the classroom to turn the TVs on. My mom did her best to shield us. Oh, there was a movie about the plane that crashed into a field. What was it called? Look at her praying. Oh, so it is Delio. So it is Delio. Au revoir. Merci. I'm good, Snoop Froggy Frog. I'm good. Those people are very brave. It's so interesting how history classes vary from state to state. 9/11 had everyone on edge. Every time something happens anywhere in the country, DC is affected. It's a lot to live in the nation's capital. Oh yeah, you did. You guys did tell me that she was in this playing her mom. Papa. I live in NYC. We are target 2, but lockdown never really occurred in my lifetime until 2020. For Katrina, we had limited food, water, and resources for a month. People really don't understand what being in a lockdown means. Chin up, chin up. I was in a doctor's office full of black people. Everyone was cool, no panicking, just waiting to see the doctor. Look at this. Look at these costumes. I know I'm a sucker for some good costumes. When it is your turn. She doesn't even want to. That's a super realistic way to handle it. I wish I had some training in small town Texas, then maybe this corona thing wouldn't be so jarring for me. Why is my captions off? I mean, my captions are like weird. I've never been in a lockdown situation, but since I work from home for the last few years, it hasn't really impacted my routine too much, other than I usually take a walk once a day or outside. Let me try again. I lived in DC for a bit, and the idea of attack was always in the back of my mind because it's such a major target. It's kind of strange because I spent most of my upbringing on military bases, so I thought I was safer than most kids, when in reality, military bases could also be ideal targets. Yeah. All the times I've been to DC, I always thought it was just me being bad at direction. No, DC is set up deliberately confusing on purpose. Living in a town with less than 10K people really makes these type of situations difficult. All these emergencies. I'm checking the Google map of DC. I peep a lot of circles. Oh, it's circles everywhere in DC. Circles everywhere. That's a lot of circles. Ooh, look at this man's hair. This whole concept of placage is so weird. Henriette. It's like literally white men creeping. Ugh. All that happened in New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina was disturbing. I was in Baton Rouge at the time, just couldn't believe the overt racism. It was my wake up call. Oh, yep. Remy, working in the plants. Oh, they're christening the baby. The plants didn't want to shut down and send their employees home. The employees are ready to riot. Union had been pushing Chrysler, Ford, and GM to close for like a week. And this is why I'm like, nobody's thinking of the people the poor people, the people that work in the plants, like the people that work in all these places that they're not even letting them get off. I'm like, Jeff Bezos is Satan. Daily reminder, like they're not closing Whole Foods because grocery stores are considered essentials, right? Which they are. But they're not trying to give them PTO and they're not trying to give them sick time. Jeff Bezos' rich ass told them to share hours. Like, oh, if you know that somebody is sick and needs time off, you should donate your hours to them. No, motherfucker, you should pay them a fucking living wage and give them time off. You are the devil. Like, meanwhile, you're home in your space bunker playing Connect 4, talking about we're all in this together, guys. Like, I fucking hate rich people. Class warfare. Like, capitalism ain't shit. Oh, wow. The only thing I can vividly remember is the start of the Iraq War in 2003, which really shaped me. Julian. My captions are off. They're behind. Bonjour. Bonjour. I saw your... There. Hi, Leah. They're still out of toilet tissue in the stores, and I'm seeing people fight old people for tissue on Twitter. So, I have a tip. My tip for people, if you have internet access and you can sign up for restock alerts on Target or CVS, like your local Target or CVS, you'll get a restock alert when they restock. Normally they do the restock at night when they're not even open, so you can know in advance, because they do the restock as soon as they like put them out on the shelves, and they normally do that at night while they're not open. So when you get the restock alert, you can know, and you can go first thing in the morning. I would try to get there before it even opens, because there will probably be a line. He pushed her in the water. Now they're gonna say this black man did something, even though he's helping her. Now they're gonna say this black man did something, even though he's helping her. I'm at 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Now they're gonna say this black man did something, even though he's helping her. I wouldn't even have helped the white bitch. I wouldn't even have helped her ass. I would have been like, she's drowning. She's drowning. Somebody needs to save this Caucasian. She's drowning. Why don't you jump in and help her? Nah, they're not about to accuse me of being the one that pushed her ass in. Try to say I'm drowning her under there. She sure did read his ass for filth. How can you make me leave Charleston for this? Look at them parading around. Oh, they racist. They don't like that. They don't like the way they do things in New Orleans. Henriette Delille. That's how you pronounce it? Henriette? Henriette Delille? Not Henriette? Henriette Delille. Vanessa Williams is like, I am not about this life. Who y'all don't understand. It's a nice dress she has on. Not for me, not for my children. She don't want that. She'll understand. Yay, 7. Hi, Cho. I still remember Mike Myers' face when Kanye gave it to Bush. George Bush doesn't care about black people. That's literally what Mike Myers did. Katrina was insanity. I wasn't that old, but I remember how upset my mom was and how unfairly the black citizens were treated and the lack of responsibility the government took. And my lifetime to meet Hurricane Katrina was my defining moment of being black in America. Hi, Traveling Diva. We have not watched The Purge. The Purge doesn't have any main black characters except for the most recent one, the first Purge, which I did do a review on. My plan was to go to the library for the transition to online classes, but that idea is a bust. United 93. Okay, United 93. Yeah, her mom is Diane Carroll. Slaves are God's children too. We're allowed to teach them at night. They called Henriette Delille the servant of the slaves. That's what they called her in real life. This white lady is really pissed. Look, she is aghast. Teaching colors to read. Oh, no. No, we won't have that. "9/11, the DC sniper, and Katrina will forever be ingrained in my mind." Excellent. I hope Henriette gets her sainthood. I really do. She's halfway there. How can they learn the catechism unless they read it? How can they truly worship if they can't read the Bible? Oh! Do the masters know? Henriette said God knows. Are you putting the masters above God, Father? She's on their ass. I'm going to look up this movie. I've never saw it. United 93. Flight 93. You are teaching slave children. Diane. And this... She's doing a great job playing her mom. My dad is 48 and he started college last summer. He was supposed to finish sometime in the fall, but supposedly this lockdown could potentially last until then, so he doesn't know what's going to happen. Papa? She really went her whole life without knowing that they were the side family. He got a whole white wife. It's fetish. I like how this movie shows how the white man is affectionate to his colored daughters, but is still cold and demanding to the slaves. White people, dissonance, baby, cognitive dissonance. My mom was right about the green. Peak fetishization. He better come on with the mayo weave. When Jeff Bezos told them to donate PTO. The oldest thing I can vividly remember is the start of the Iraq War in 2003, which really shaped me. Well, I gotta add. Hold on, I gotta add. Whoa. I got an ad. And then I'll give y'all a time check. And I'm back. I'm at right about 15 minutes. He really is the devil. I saw Parasite in the movie theater, Vans. The movie is set in New Orleans. I think one of you guys said it wasn't filmed in New Orleans, though. Oh. Oh. What about me? Oh. Oh. How you go your whole life and don't know that your father got a whole other family? Well, I guess that happens every day, doesn't it? Let me not say that. Papa was off buying more slaves. Oh, hell no, this scene is making me sad. Where am I at in the movie? I know you asked me a while ago, but right now I'm at 16 minutes. Will I see you in the square tomorrow or the next day? Will you see me? But I need legitimate white heirs, and you know this. They deadass brought an armed guard to my local ShopRite because of the fights. Oh, he's getting married to the white woman, and then you'll leave us. So this is the life you want from me, Mama? She might as well say, you want me to be some white man's whore? No way. I don't know. I'll figure it out. How have I never seen this movie? Don't be so dramatic. Wow. Well, at least we won't be begging in the square where you and your wife might see us. Look at this badass hat she got on. Yeah, kick his white ass out. Also, everybody's going to big stores. Your local pharmacies, gas stations, and liquor stores likely still have toilet paper. And dollar stores! I wouldn't have helped her either. My grocery stores have toilet tissue when they open. I was able to get 2 packs at 6:20 a.m. They filmed this movie in Quebec. Your captions are behind too, bushy brows. I just turned them off. Nah, one of y'all cloud colors could have jumped in. I would have been like, I'm legally blind. Yeah, he is the richest person alive, 7. She don't want to be a side chick like her mama and sister. Mike Myers was flabbergasted. He was shook. Mike was shooketh. I miss that Kanye. I miss that Kanye too. Mike Myers made the shook face. I remember when Kanye said George Bush doesn't care about black people. And that wasn't the only thing he said. He was like, they don't care about us. They're calling us looters. They're saying this about us. They're saying that about us. You could tell he was just like off the cuff. Like he just couldn't take it anymore. Like he said a whole bunch of shit. And then he ended with George Bush doesn't care about black people. And then they cut it off. My dollar store is not a tissue. Yeah, people caught on to the dollar store. Dollar stores don't sleep on them. The costuming in this film is amazing. It's really nice. It's such a weird reality that they thought they were a real family. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, Vanity. I've heard of that one, but I've also never seen that one. Henriette's looking like, I'm not here for this. This is some bullshit. I'm not trying to be no white man's whore. No, thank you. I'm here to serve God. That's it. Thanks. Every time I hear a fucking celebrity telling us regular folks we're all in this together, I roll my eyes so hard. I gave myself an accidental headache. Also, the celebrities who are crying about being bored because they can't go out, they're getting on my last nerve. I truly believe the shift in Kanye happened when his mother passed. I agree, Taj. I think so too. I think that he never really recovered from that. I agree with you. I think it was a very triggering and traumatic event for him. He's seeing a white woman's. Ooh, ooh, the whites fighting. The whites fighting over her. She don't want neither one of y'all. They really fighting over her in the middle of the ball. Oh, they're causing a scene. Look at these fucking sideburns, these mutton chops. A so-called gentleman. Sketchnificent. Uh-oh, they windmilling. I sense brewing white male rage. You saved me. If you had not committed to my hand, I would have been a duel. Right, he went off mad as hell with his mutton chops. They just really caused a scene in the middle of the ball. Ariat. The boys are fighting. When the Christian teachings that were instilled in you clash with the reality of the situation. She's not a Roman Catholic saint yet. She's actually on her way to sainthood. She's halfway there. I actually said it earlier in the stream. I don't know if you caught it, Lionel, but I did a video on Henriette Delille for my Hidden Figures series last month. So yes, I know who she is. I'm very familiar. Anyone that hasn't seen my Hidden Figures video, please watch it. But she's not a saint yet. She's halfway there. She's a venerable mother at this moment in time. The venerable mother, Henriette Delille. So she has 2 more steps to go. Chris Fine, I believe you know exactly what they are. Henriette don't want this arrangement. He tight. My mom is the last person who can understand Creole in my direct family. My fam is from Louisiana. She better not end up with that mop head. Them sideburns is killing me. I mean, she's not required to be with either, but it is nice for the ego to have dudes fight over you. It's okay, he got the high waters on deck. She went to church. Run, girl, run! Before the clock strikes 12. You're always welcome here in God's house. She's like, I don't want to do all this shit that they're asking me to do. We're watching Courage to Love on YouTube. Remy. She's like, I just don't want to deal with this shit. Sketchnificent! Side families matter. I hate you. Poor thing. Thought she was the main. Courage to Love, and I'm 24 minutes in. Look at him running like a cent. I'm watching on YouTube, and I had ads. I despise wealthy, out-of-touch bastards. A review on Parasite? It doesn't really fit the rules. We could talk about it. We could talk about it. Courage to Love, I'm at 24:37 exactly. I'm watching on YouTube. No, I've never seen this. This is my first time watching it. I saw Contagion in the movie theater, Delia. People act like that movie came out a million years ago. Like, it's weird. I don't know. I mean, I know I've seen a lot of movies. I know I've seen like every single movie ever, but well, I didn't want to watch it because we said we were going to watch it for Beast Bait. So I didn't want to watch it before Beast Bait. Mama's Creole for grandma. I used to call my grandmother that. Costuming in this film is amazing. Such a weird reality that they thought they were a real family. Oh, my mom went mad. She went wild. She was screaming and running. She couldn't take it. She couldn't take knowing the truth. He did them dirty. He might as well have not acknowledged them if he was going to do this. Walmart was handing out tissue one by one because people were hoarding supplies. Now they're out of tissue. They had to... Oh, she got up out the chair. She just noticed they were there. They did kind of insinuate that, like, Henriette not doing what she was supposed to made her mom lose it. And in addition to, like, the stress. I just got another ad. Hold on. I just got another ad. Hold on. Skip. Okay, I'm back. Ooh, we love a scene with messy white men. They windmilling. Got the high waters on deck. I guess Donda West's death was long ago now. 13 years that people's memory is hazy enough to not be sure that's where Kanye's mental shift came from. That was definitely it, no question. Off you go. Anybody who was plugged in circa mid-late 2000s knows Kanye life is broken into 2 seconds. Kanye BMD before Mother's death and Kanye AMD after Mother's death. Oh, you view her like she's a saint. Hopefully she gets there. I mean, she's Venerable Mother. She's the first Black American to like ever even be eligible for sainthood. And the fact that she's even halfway through the process is unheard of. Like, it's amazing. Every week they publish a new law in that journal. Of course, slaves are not allowed to read it. Henriette doesn't have time for this nonsense. That wig is tired, and he looks like Austin Powers. There you are, Chris. Yep, servant of God, then venerable, then blessed, then saint. She's at venerable already, which is crazy. Yeah. Venerable Mother. So she just needs blessed and then sainthood. These sideburns. I'd be afraid my children would be bored with them. Shut up. The Boy in Blue. Everyone was talking about Parasite, but I don't really have any interest. Although I've seen many of the director's other movies. He's really good. Yeah, I like his movies. I like Korean cinema. Yeah, it has to have a main Black character. I liked Parasite. It was really good. I like the commentary on class warfare. There are a few things that I would have done differently if it was my movie, but obviously it wasn't my movie. I didn't direct it. Yeah, see, they're talking about how she broke her mother's heart. I know it's that the spirit breaks, so does the will. I like that Henriette decided to follow her heart. Like, she don't want to be no white man's whore. Like, you can't force me. I'll just go join the nunnery. I love God anyway. Fuck everybody. How was Contagion? Contagion is a great movie. I feel like everybody's watching it right now, but they're not really taking away the lessons of the film. The number one lesson of the movie is don't panic. They also have a whole subplot about the media not being shit and fanning the flames of fear, and it's a very good movie. Excellent movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It was one of my favorite movies even before this. I tell people watch it all the time. I liked World War Z too. I also highly recommend the book. Even though the book World War Z is nothing like the movie at all, but the book is really, really good. The book goes in depth from different perspectives on zombie pandemic. It's like hyper realistic. It's really good. Everybody got a wig on, okay? That darn unfaithful father. My favorite Creole word is elabas. It means you over there. It's like a way of greeting. It's the stress of the situation. Oh yeah, her mom is really like living in the old days. See you tomorrow. Her mom is like living in the old days when like the father was still with them and she had her money and her dresses and all her stuff. You should know she told me that she didn't have a home. She don't want to go back to that white man's house. Yeah, her whole spirit is broke. This is a nice dress Vanessa Williams has on. Imagine how much stronger Henriette's mother would have been if she lived in a society where she didn't need to be a mistress for high quality of life. Yeah, the process has already started. It's just like a process that you have to go through, Queen, to like get to sainthood. You have to go through like the 4 steps. And so she already is almost there. Mm. 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 It's a serious scene. That ain't gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. They know how it's gonna go, especially Vanessa Williams. She really know how it's gonna go. But this is a little girl. She gotta believe. Unheard of. There's people from the Renaissance era that aren't even there yet to sainthood. Remy, it does not take 2 people to fold these clothes. Stop it. I like that they're not shying away from like the reality of this situation. They got them all dressed up in these pretty clothes in these pretty rooms, but they're showing that these white people are fucking barbarians. I approve. Oh, wow! You're the one feeding niggers at the church? The book is good. Bushy brows. World War Z. Diane's accent in real life makes me think she's from Louisiana. Adultery is a sin. Ooh. Yeah, she is standing at your front door preaching. Ooh. You a pedophile. You a pedophile and you a rapist. Wow, her father's in there. Her daddy ain't shit. If I was Vanessa Williams, I would scream it out in front of everybody. I wouldn't talk quiet. Bold. Henriette the Little was bold. Read him, Henriette. Yes, tell him. Mm-hmm. Yep. She's talking to her father like, I don't even respect you. You dine with them, you sell to them, you marry one of them, you becoming one of them, you one of them. Like, okay, I get it. I see how it goes. I see how it goes. She had to get to adulthood to wake up, but may God help you, that's all. And you're kind. She just drew a line in the sand. Yeah, I'm Queen! Yes! You see the same exact part as me. And you're kind. Boom. May God help you and you're kind. Because you're not my father anymore. I don't know you. You don't know me. Peace out. I hope his wife heard what she said. That's my mama's philosophy. Be loud. Make noise and get eyes on them. All that effort to be racist. You should read the book, World War Z, Bushy Brows. It's really good. Diane's accent in real life makes me think she's from Louisiana. I Am Legend is my movie. It certainly did reveal a lot for me. At least it could have matched the weave hair with the sideburns. I was straight on top, but frizzy on the sides. I'm not your family, Samuel. We not family. That man not my father. You not my brother. You're white. She's like, you're white. I can't fuck with you. Have you presented my sister and your child to your parents? I'm not close to my family. Do they even know you have a daughter? Look, Henriette's not feeling it. Henriette's not feeling it. Is it just the way things are? Henriette's like, you're Caucasian. That's it. Old Thomas Jefferson behind. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Feast of All Saints at some point. I haven't seen that one either. I have heard of Feast of All Saints. I hadn't even heard of this one until one of you guys recommended it. I just got another ad. So hold on. I mean, at least these are like little short ads, and then they're done. I'm at 37:08. Read him for filth. I won't even waste a prayer on you, in the words of Henriette. We are watching Courage to Love, Richie. Sometimes it takes us growing up to see the truth. I'm not your sister. Oop. She bold. I like her. Covering hair, the Tion law. Who is this man, the actor? He's good. I don't know her. We black. Hi, Nikki. She really never went back home. I know this white man better stop trying to push up on Henriette. Like, she has already said several times she's not fucking with your kind. Look. Exactly. Like, I'm not about to sit with you. You Caucasian. Like, he's really gonna keep trying, and she keeps trying him. Like, well, you're Caucasian. I can't sit with you. How about you come sit with me at the nigger table? He ain't have nothing to say. She said exactly what I motherfucking thought. Get out of here. Like, get the fuck. Be gone, sir. I have to pray now. Go sniff up some white chick skirt. Persistent bastard. Queen. Oh, please. I feel like you said that out loud. Oh, please. She not messing with you. Leave her alone. Get up off your knees, sir. Unhand me, sir. We can't even sit together in church, and I won't be your mistress. Henriette and Julia, House Divided, stay talking back. Oh, we did watch a House Divided for Beast Big, didn't we? This man is really pushy. The lip smack I just did was heard by the ancestors. He trying to bust her out. Sir! I say sir! In France. She's like, I can't leave. No. I can't abandon my people. Man, everybody is really trying to push Henriette to abandon niggas. Everybody is really trying to push Henriette to abandon the niggers. Everybody. Her mom, her father, this white man. Henriette is like, why is everybody trying to get me to abandon my people? Like, I'm not abandoning them. Like, that shit has to be hella frustrating. Slap him with your glove. She ain't about that mistress life. That's why I said he gotta prove himself a little bit more. You think getting everyone's attention is gonna make me say yes, bitch, please? Henriette is like, back. They're trying to tempt her. Remain strong, sis. I'm at 4128, Chris. They're in church. They're complaining about the black people in church. Right. Y'all from Charleston. Y'all are from Charleston. How y'all trying to come tell us how to do shit in New Orleans? How about you take your cracker asses back to where you came from? Like, y'all came to New Orleans from Charleston, you complaining about the niggas. Like, he said, people of all colors have worshipped here for generations. Well, maybe they need to change that. Nigga, what? You're welcome. Oh, they got him on ice. They got him on ice. Ew. They had him on ice with a fan trying to keep him from getting ripe. Y'all saw they had the fan, they had the ice. They were like, it's too hot. Keep him cool. Mm-mm. She's still teaching them how to read. She don't even give a fuck. They are all, why are they complaining about the colors? The colorids aren't bothering anyone. They feel some type of way because the black people got the nurses' habits on. I have. No, I haven't seen that movie, Nikki. The Platform? I haven't seen that. Unhand me, sir. These beautiful head wraps. How you gonna force black folks to be Christian and then complain when they're in the same church as you? Right, Nicole. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? That one more than any other. Give all of them away. I don't want none of them. Look at her beautiful habit. This is really the habit that she had on in the painting that I did. That was the icon. This is good casting. Their father died. The white man. Yeah. I'd be like, bitch, why are you mad at me? I didn't do anything. He looked like Lestat got to him. Taj said it was shot in Quebec, but that looked like the French Quarter. Isn't Quebec a French city? French Canadian? So then maybe they have similar architecture? Because I know French Canadians are a thing. The NO is a very black city. It has a very vibrant black culture. Why can't y'all live your uncooked lives? Why you gotta be all up in our shit? Fuck off. White people, this will not stand! Colored joy bothers white folks. The NO is a very black city, has a very vibrant black culture. Andrea's sister mad she ain't being his mistress to support the family. Oh, that's why she was mad? Still, bitch, no. No. You mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Like, our white father ain't shit. He married a white basic Becky. Now he's dead. So all his shit goes to her and not us. Our mother could not cope when she found out that we were the side family. That's not my fault either. You talking about some, you mad that I'm not hooking. I'm sorry. Everybody's against this woman. There go angry white lady back there. I know this white lady about to be mad. Look at her shaking her head, mad. Oh, they in there blessing black children. Who said that they could do that? No blessings for them coloreds. Like, lady, if you don't fucking relax, you're going to hell. Look, she feels happy. The little girl did. The little girl did. She's gonna bless the baby. I swear white people aren't happy unless we're poor and writhing. They don't want to see us succeed or be happy. She named the baby after her. Yes, there are big relations between Quebec and NOLA. Bless that baby with all the edges and blackness. He finally cracked her down. This dude again. This man is weird. This is not the moment. I don't know. Did they? Does she look tan? Does she look tan to you, Richie? So this was filmed in Quebec? I want to know. I'm curious. Let me Google it. Was this filmed in Quebec? Yeah, I feel like she looks a normal color to me. So wait, so his parents are here, or did they go to France? Meanwhile, these whites are living with fucking sheep and farm animals and all kinds of shit in the street. But they mad at the niggers. She said, your people are so dedicated to making us feel inferior, Queen. Your people are so dedicated to making us feel inferior. And he complaining. He's complaining. So this is how it's going to be? You poke at me with daggers and I hang my head? Yeah, cracker, that's exactly how it's going to be. You better get with it or get ran over. White people always complaining. Right, yeah, fool. Yes, yes, this is how it's going to be. Like, every time I'm going to point it out. Like, of course they don't want to meet her. Duh. Yep. Yep. And Riette's like, fuck all this. I knew better. Plus that baby with all the edges and blackness. You don't understand. You can't. You can't make me disappear into your world. Henriette is such a reader. He's still scared. Time check, Nikki. 51:32. Exactly, Nate. But how you wanted a black woman? Like, what you thought was gonna happen? He tried to pursue her so hard and couldn't even take it. This movie is filmed outside in the summer or sunny months. She's probably naturally tan. Leave her alone. Catch the hint, dude. Yep, they always be so shocked and confused. Take these hands. Take this punishment. Oh, I think the little girl died. Yeah, the little girl died. She was reading those white people up and down in this movie. He needs to cut it out. Not hit, just quit. Get with the program, Big Bird. This is how it's going to be. He wants her to be docile and agreeable, but that ain't her. You want something that ain't her. Yeah, the little girl didn't make it. The 12-year-old. I mean, of course she didn't make it. She was way too young. I can't stand people who want people to be the way they want them to be. Please, I'm who I am. I won't be your servant or punching bag. She was 12, 13 and gave birth. Her body couldn't take it. Look, Henriette is like, that answer doesn't satisfy me. I need more. Henriette's like, you know what? I'm tired of this white people shit. Like, I'm not with it. I love these nunnery outfits that they have on. They're so nice. They're beautiful. I love this locket she has on. I know it sounds weird that I'm like admiring these nun outfits, but these costumes are really great. Y'all want to see my coaster? Bam. Was this like a made for TV movie? Because there's like breaks in it, like as if there were commercials. No, no second chances. This man better stop. One scene looked like it was shot in front of the St. Louis Cathedral in New Orleans. These habits are starch for the gods. Their costumes are great. Oh, this was a Lifetime movie. Hi, Charlene. Yeah, I believe it was a made-for-TV film. If you look at my Black Friday playlist, I don't have a play. I feel like I have a playlist and a video for everything. If you look at my Black Friday playlist, the coasters are in there. They're called the Black Power mixtape coasters. They're by Cashmere the 7th, but there's a link in the Black Friday playlist. There's 4 of them. There's also one, in addition to the one I just showed you, there's one with Malcolm X. There's one with Angela Davis. And I think the other one has Asada Shakur. This had a good budget, a good production budget for a Lifetime movie. Like these sets, like this room that they're in right now, her and her sister, these like the sets are very like sumptuous, and the lighting, these interiors, the costumes, the hair, like this looks like they didn't. I mean, the movies that they're coming out with now on Lifetime look cheap. Like this movie looks really good. Oh, so she is gonna go to France. Her sister's titties are sitting. I just gotta add. Hold on. I gotta add right when I talked about her sister titties. Sorry, God. Was that inappropriate? Sorry. Sorry. Ah! Remy! Them titties. I mean, they sitting up. She got the corset on. They sitting up. Oh, yeah, her sister did just faint. You are like slightly ahead of me, Bushy Brows, by like a little teeny tiny bit. That corset too tight. Unlace that shit. I know she got a fever. Henriette, look what I have. Oh, she got yellow fever. Their costumes are great. Yes, it was a made-for-TV film. Curve him. He peeking in that door like, go away, be gone, sir. She's like, I just got home, Jesus. Let me get my shoes off at least. I'd be like, get away from me. Vanessa's hair is giving me Beyonce's natural hair vibes. Vanessa is simply gorgeous. I would love for Beyonce to play a role like this with her Creole down south southern self. I sort of understand why everybody is pressed, but also stop. The costumes, the visuals, no expense was spared. Everything is working. This is when Lifetime was in its prime. That's true, Vans. That's true. That's true. You're right. This when Lifetime was in its prime. You're right. It's yellow fever. Oh, her sister's fever broke. She was praying for her. We said it at the same time. Right. I definitely zoned in on him. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Life-giving melons. I was looking right at him. Vanessa's sister was played by Cinda Williams. I saw her in Mo Better Blues with Denzel and Wesley. It's interesting how we have notions that black people don't get diseases. I thought the same thing, Queen, when she just said, she was like, I thought Creoles weren't supposed to get it, but she got it. That's very interesting. I wonder where that came from. Yellow fever epidemic in New Orleans. Stop staring at her while she praying. See, she's like, God is calling me. God is working through me. Can't be mad at that. It is what it is. Like, that's it. Her sister was Hallie's sister on Introducing Dorothy Dandridge. The costuming for Feast of All Saints is good too. Vance, unhand me, sir. Oh, he got his hands on her. God gonna strike you with some lightning, sir. You better take them hands off, Henriette. Unhand me, sir. I'd be like, bro, you met me in the church doing my church thing. And you pursued me hard as fuck. I'm telling you, I'm dedicated to my church thing. Like, that's what my life is about. Like, I said from day one, I didn't want to be no white man's whore. Like, you really are not taking no for an answer, bro. She has been upfront since the fucking beginning of the movie. To her mom, to her father, to all these dudes. Like, she's dedicated to helping her people. That shit's really bothering everybody. She's like, I'm the servant of the slaves. That's it. That's it. We need to go slow. God told me I can't marry a man with bangs. The bishop has just banished me from the parish. I'm being sent upriver to teach wealthy children on a plantation. Now it's illegal. The bishop has been forced to disband you, so he's decided to play on the side of the masters. Oh, these black people are not playing in this movie. They're saying whatever they want to these Caucasians. I approve. So he's decided to play on the side of the masters. All right. So we're not playing. This is a beautiful church. Beautiful church. This is really interesting because Henriette DeLille did all this stuff in real life. Like, this was a real person. She really did these things. This is amazing. Yeah, I want to build my own church for the coloreds. I'll tell you where it came from. Slave owners who didn't want to give the field hands time to rest when they got sick because time was money. So they said blacks can't get sick. I'll allow it. Cinda also played Hallie's sister in a TV movie called The Wedding. Her calling is bigger than his love. Her and Hallie are always playing siblings. Why does he keep pushing? It's not the time. Folks are dying. Back the fuck up. She said no, he can't handle being friend zone. Yeah, interracial marriage was illegal, but they were operating under a system called placage, Chris, where a white man could publicly take a Creole woman as like a mistress. Not a wife. They couldn't get married because that was illegal. But he could take her as like a public mistress. So like Vanity left a comment on my Henriette, let me pronounce that correctly, on my Henriette DeLille video. Vanity left a comment that was like, it was basically like marriage but not marriage. Like they're together but they're not together. Like everybody knows that the Creole woman sort of like belongs to the white man, but they can't officially, legally get married. But they can be seen in public together. They can go places together. They can go to balls together. He can like publicly support her, but his like official family and his like official wife and his like official legitimate kids have to be white, which is why the father left them. A warden of the church should be above reproach. They were legally recognized concubines. How the fuck a public side chick, but the white wives were thrilled about that. That's why white bitches got a problem. Yes, like a whole acceptable side family in the city. You're basically a public side chick. Placage, aka the left-handed marriage. Yes, that's what Just Nickel wrote. Placage, aka the left-handed marriage. And she's still going to see her mom. I thought you promised me that you would eat. And you look like a nun. You should wear more color. Green. Her mother's outside of her mind and still. How we danced at the ball. Your father never waltzed with another woman after he waltzed with me, except that white woman that he left you for caused you to lose your mind. That lady is stunning. Maybe if he was a religious Creole man, Henriette would change her mind. The fuck going on with dude's sideburns? That's a whole lot of talking back. Not one whipping scene yet. The Creoles had some power. She turned him down multiple times and he stayed campaigning like, sir, you and your weave need to go. She didn't even say yes, just said, and we need you to bless it. Like, you heard me right. Exactly. We ain't warmly welcome here, so we're gonna build our own shit. Placage, aka the left-handed marriage. You're basically a public side chick. Whole acceptable side family. They were legally recognized concubines. Poor mama. Systematic perversion. Right, I am a nun, ma. Married the white woman out of social obligation, but them colored women were truly desired. Yeah, and it was like they couldn't leave anything to the side families, which was why her sister got so mad when their father died, because they're not going to get anything. Yes, mama is hurting. Poor mama. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, everybody's acting like Henriette is like being so unreasonable. Meanwhile, Henriette is like, look at what happened to my family. Like, my younger sister had a baby by this white man that won't claim her and won't help us out, and now her sister got to get back on the ball circuit. Her mom fell in love with this white man, had a whole family by him, just for him to marry some white chick and then die and leave all the shit to the white chick and nothing to them. And for her mom to, hold on, I just gotta add, and for her mom to, lose her mind, end up in the asylum. But everybody's mad at Henriette for being a nun. I mean, the shit they want her to do makes no sense. It's just acceptable, but it doesn't actually make sense, the shit they want her to do. And they don't want her in the church either, because she's black. I'm at 1 hour and 8 minutes exactly. The name of the movie is Courage to Love. Courage to Love. with Vanessa Williams. We're watching it on YouTube. He tried to say, what, am I your pimp? She don't want you. Here he come. The Creole girls were a sexual convenience for those white men. He's hounding her like a Bloomberg ad. Yeah, we're getting the ads at the same spot, Queen. He needs to start accepting what she actually wants if he wants to be her man. Yo, these sideburns, Alexia. I know this man be getting hair in his mouth. I know he be getting hair all in his food, hair everywhere. They want her to play along and the shit is not working. Why would she aspire to that? Yes, courage to love. Those white men were not going to sacrifice their standing in the white community for those Creole girls. Nah, bruh, she don't want you. You're not a pimp either. Because you saw he just tried to play her. He tried to pull on Riyadh's card. Oh, is that all I am to you? You should have just stayed at the ball then. Whoa! Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. You better respect who you're talking to. You're talking to the future venerable mother. Disrespectful. That's why God not gonna give you nothing in life. So now they gotta raise the funds for the church. Look at these whites. Mad. Turning around. They mad. They mad because Henriette raising money. And they brought a little style and flavor to the church. Yeah, get your asses out. Get your asses out. Buy Caucasians. Get your asses out. Leave. How about you leave the whole city and go back to Charleston? That's what I would say. Why the white people acting like that singing not good? They jealous. Say how you really feel. She don't want you. You're not a pimp either. Like in Alex Haley's Queen stepmother. Queen stepmama's mama told her daughter to be grateful for white men lusting after them so they wouldn't have to do their wifely duties every night. Queen was another great film. Why the white people acting like that singing not good? I'd have been like, you pushing up on me. I was upfront and honest from jump. Excuse yourself. Right. The gag is she didn't even want to go to the ball where she met your ass. Her mother made her go. That's the motherfucking gag. Oh, look, he really did bless it. And they were able to open it. Yay! And you know the white people going to be mad about this too. You know the white people going to be mad about this. Oh, so you let them Negroes open a church. You don't want them in the back of your church. Look at them. Look at them mad, salty. Wow, a whole church for the blacks to congregate? Something's going to have to be done. Sir, why are you mad? Literally, what are you mad for? Nate, I'm at 1 hour and 12 minutes. They just opened their church and a couple of salty Caucasians don't like it. Dude didn't know who he was messing with. The power of Christ compels you. When white folks start singing in church, it sounds like the beginning of a horror movie. Remy. White women hated yet loved black women then. They preferred their husbands have the task of having sex with them instead of the whites. I feel like these sideburns would be related to some frequent static electric face shocks. They made the church like she asked, but here come these trifling white men. You saw them. You saw them. Mad for no reason. Right, she should have been like, I wasn't even trying to go. I did not want to be there. You saw that, Vans. Something's going to have to be done. Something's going to have to be done about what? Like, the niggas in church? Boy, relax. Why is there so stupid? You being racist in the nun habit. Like, no shame. This girl with Vanessa Williams has perfect skin. Look at her skin. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Look at them joking. Scrub, scrub. Jesus washed the feet of his apostles. Reverend Mother. Oh, the Reverend Mother gonna scrub the floors with them? Scrub, scrub. Where something gonna have to be done. They're so miserable and evil. They always skulking and sneering in the background of every scene. They're in the background of every scene in the movie like this. Looking mad for no reason. Nobody's even thinking about y'all. They're obsessed. They're obsessed with black people. Those white marriages during slavery were for social prominence and transfer of wealth, not love. Gotta stop trying to please white folks. They will be upset regardless of what you do. Ain't that the truth? Oh, Sam literally put, ain't that the truth? I said ain't that the truth before I even got to your comment, Sam. The only time whites use seasoning is when they're salty. I know that was shade. Be gone with your lustful intentions, sir. I'm married to the Lord. So you're going to force Christianity on them, but you don't want them to worship with you. But you also don't want them to have their own shit. Do white people practice being walking contradictions? Because of the Venerable Mother, we have black Catholic churches in Louisiana. Yep. But the gag is the white man fell in love with the black woman, and then the white woman got big mad. The misty sky really looks like Nola. Look at her, shooketh. Now you all clean. The girl that was with Vanessa, right? She was gorgeous, Remy. She had a beautiful face, beautiful skin. Why you mad, Sandra? Why you mad? Face like this. Forever salty, yeah, always bland. How do they do it? It's like the black people were literally not worried about them. They would just went in the church by themselves. They closed the door. You couldn't even see them. You could have just pretended that they weren't even there. But instead they over there with their little canes. Oh, so them blacks think they're gonna have a church, huh? Something must be done. Why? You're literally mad for no reason. Ooh, look at all these sick people. Oh, look who got it. White racist from Charleston. Talk about something, I'll pay for this, I'll pay for that. Your money not good here, bitch. Ugh, look at him coughing that black shit up. And she still won't even let Henriette touch her. White people I just don't know. I just don't know. They be racist and it just don't make no sense. I mean, racism doesn't make sense. But like their behavior is literally nonsensical. Oh, they got quinine. Oh my goodness. Oh, the white man sent it. The one that wanted her to be her baby daddy. Yup, he did. I want to review it, Charlene. I'd love to hear a review of Netflix's Self-Made about Madam C.J. Walker. Yeah, I'm gonna review it. Yes, I've been perving on her all movie. I just like this. They don't want us to have anything. Send them white folks to the white church. This is for coloreds only. They had to send them to Vanessa Williams' church because the other church was all full. So now, aren't they happy? Aren't they happy? Now aren't they happy that there's a second church and some more beds? White people will cut off their nose to spite their face, I swear. It's really just jealousy and envy. They upset. And Henriette, being the good person that she is, she gonna give him some medicine. I mean, I would have let his racist ass die, but, you know. Henriette, that's why she's the venerable mother and I'm not. We can't all be Christ-like, I guess. We can all only do our best. Yeah, I got another ad too. I'm past the ad already. I'm at 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 20 seconds. He's crying to Henriette about how he's scared. Crying and begging for forgiveness. That was a nice, classy response. He died. She gave a nice, classy response. He said, "Forgive me." She said, "I'll pray for your forgiveness." I'm not gonna forgive you, but I'll pray for your forgiveness. You know, I hope God can forgive you. I mean, it's above me now, you know. Wow, they lit the church on fire. It was a nice, classy response, Queen. It was a nice, classy response. Like, forgive me. I'll pray for your forgiveness. I won't forgive you myself. Maybe God will give it to you. I don't know. I don't know. I can't guarantee anything. I hope for the best for you, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna use that one. Mayhaps God will. They literally set the church on fire. Wow, with the sick people in there and everything. Hellfire. Lighting black folks stuff on fire sounds about right. Oh, wow, she ran back in. Wow, she's on fire! Wow! She's on fire! Oh, she went back in for the girl. This is a good-ass movie. Lifetime did that. Wow, they won't let them throw water on the church. They're literally standing in front of it. Damn, Vanessa Williams is dragging her ass. She's praying. It's really jealousy and envy. They're upset. White racism is about maintaining power. It makes perfect sense to white people. Oh, they moved for the priest. They moved for the priest. So upset, and why do this? They going to hell. They're evil. Henriette's better than me. I'd be too petty. I can't guarantee anything. Mayhaps God will. Burning a church. Evil personified. Literally stop them. What the hell? Everybody knows Black people saying I'm gonna pray for you is a scathing backhand. I'm gonna pray for your forgiveness. Can't even love God and start a church without motherfuckers hating. She is a saint. She went back in to save her. It was still people in there, sick people. How do they not see how burning a house of God is a ticket to hell? She went back to save her. This is why Henriette gets the respect that she has in the church. Yes, because this is a real person. Anybody that might have just tuned in, we're watching Courage to Love about Henriette DeLille, who's a real person. Real woman that started a Black Catholic order in New Orleans. And oh, look, he blessed her. And she's on her way to sainthood now. First Black American to ever be eligible for sainthood. No, let it be. It will give everyone something to think about. We got a Black Mary up in here now. Cheers. Oh, that bitch finally seen the light. She freed him. Because they still took her racist ass husband. And she blessed him before he died. That's why she let them go. I mean, it's still sad that their daughter died, but they still have the baby. And they're free now. This movie is excellent. I love when they put the truth on blast. Like, I'm kind of shocked that they showed this on Lifetime. There was a lot of truth in this movie. There was some N-words thrown around. Like, they showed this on TV? This had to be a 90s. Mrs. Williams did such a good job in this. Shame it took her husband dying for her to turn a new leaf. Yeah, I like this movie. Oh yeah, they rebuilt the church and the church is still going. I think this movie was made in 1999. Lifetime would never show a movie like this now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That was good. Yay. Great casting, great acting, great production, good story, good script. Like the dialogue was good. That was good. I like that. That was a good one. Google did it, came out in 2000. It was a tearjerker too at times. Oh, it did say Quebec. So yeah, that's interesting. So Quebec just must have a lot of very similar French architecture. Oh yeah, look, I'm watching the credits and it does say, yep, Quebec, Canada, Government of Ontario, Ontario Film and Television, something. Wait, I just wanted it back for a minute. I'm gonna pause it so I can read that. So, I mean, Quebec is a French-Canadian city, so I guess they just share a lot of similar French architecture because it did look like New Orleans. That's really interesting. I wonder if they're considered sister cities. I rewound the credits back for a minute. I'm going to pause it when it gets to it. Yeah, I'm going to pause it. It says Quebec, Canada, the Canadian Film or Video Production Tax Credit. Yeah, Government of Ontario, the Ontario Film and Television Tax Credit. Motion picture filmed in Ontario, protected under the laws of the United States of America, Canada, and other countries. So I guess it was filmed in Ontario and Quebec. A Quebec, Ontario production. This says 1999. A Quebec, the Courage The Courage to Love, a Quebec, Ontario production, 1999, Motion International, Quebec Productions, Ontario, Inc. Interesting. New Star Television. That was a good movie. That woman is amazing. Yes, for anybody that didn't catch the Hidden Figures that I did on Henriette Delille, it is in the Hidden Figures playlist. Please check it out. And there's more links and information in the description box on that video. I really like this movie. I'm glad we finally watched it. I think that next week we said is Space Jam, right? Next week is Space Jam. It's funny, the architecture in the French Quarter is Spanish with French accent details. Lifetime would never show this now. Quebec has an old world look to it. Another good Lifetime movie. Yeah. Space Jam. No, it was Space Jam first. I thought it was Space Jam first and then Contagion because some people didn't want to watch Contagion. So I said Space Jam first. Space Jam first. And Space Jam is on Netflix. Yeah, Space Jam, then Contagion. Right. Y'all better stop bringing up She Hate Me. Space Jam and then Contagion. I know, we missed you too, Remy. It was good to see you. And I'm sending all the good thoughts and positive energy towards you and your family with everything that's going on. And towards everybody. And I am going to do videos this week for everybody that's in lockdown. I'm most likely going to paint this room. I'm going to film a video on that. And yeah, so Space Jam next week. And then Contagion the week after that. Maybe we'll do some lives this week because I'm inside. So maybe we'll do some lives this week. We'll see. Yeah, there's a Discord. Bushy Brows, are you on Instagram? If you're on Instagram, DM me and I will send you the link to Discord or leave a comment somewhere on a video or something and I'll send you a link there. But we do have Discord. I'll send you a link, Bushy Brows. So you can either DM me on Instagram or leave a comment somewhere on YouTube and I'll send it to you. And I might try and do some live streams this week. And next V's Big on next Sunday is going to be Space Jam and then Contagion. So everybody, stay chill, stay calm. We're all going to do the best we can to get through this together. So see you guys next time. Bye.